Previously on Thriving Naija Medics.
So that there's always something deeper about when God wants you to do something.
Yeah, exactly.
It's usually not of a human.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
not even of your own desire, because if you're thinking of the things that you want to do, typically you look for the easier way out.
Yeah,
You look
exactly.
for that was a pull.
Yeah.
And I mean, just like when I spoke with Taiwo and Kafi in the previous episodes, it was obvious that each person had their own pull.
Yeah.
And so that was your pull. And it's the same way there are different people now today that have different pulls and desires to say, is this thing really for me? It's not for everyone.
Yeah.
It's not for. Are you ready to be part of that story or not?
Another big deal that we need to talk about, I've talked about the 3 C's for me: the character,
Yes.
the competence,
And
the capacity,
capacity.
is collaboration. Big thing we need to talk about. And
Yes.
we see, if I didn't come to your practice in 2020, I probably wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today, clinically, to be honest. At the time, I was just in that space of, I want to set up, like I said, I started a hospital that I was invested in,
Yes.
and I was running at the time, but the arrangement at the time wasn't skewed to my favor, and I knew
Right.
that it was just a time thing, that I couldn't build a lot on that. So I was like, okay, I need to do something else.
But you didn't really know the
I
direction.
didn't know the direction. I didn't have the funds. So when I came to your practice and I saw what you were doing in that space, I'm like, so I don't need a lot of space to do this thing. But about that same time, okay, so when I was that headspace thinking, what do I do? What do I do? What do I not do? A friend of mine who I started a hospital, he had funds to set up a hospital, was struggling to run his hospital. I mean,
So he had set it up.
I set it up. Everything.
But now you have staff. Now you have.
He was
bills.
not even very clinically inclined, meaning that he was not doing a lot of things in the clinical space.
So what was he doing?
He was into administrative medicine.
Okay.
Like administrative medicine. He was not going to country at the time at some point. And he was very confused about what to do, despite the heavy investment he had made. And the day I entered into his practice and I saw what he had invested, I told him, bro, this thing will not die, don't worry. I'll take it over. Don't bother paying anything. Don't even bother. The only thing I probably would need from you is, okay, so he was doing something called like renting of space for people to use and all of that. And I said, for me, I'll consult for you for free for 1 year, meaning I would see all your gynae patients because you need to run this place. And I would help you get this place running.
I'll get people to come to use the space.
Exactly. I would employ the doctors. Also had problems with keeping doctors in the place. Like I said, he was not in that active place, so it was a lot of burden on him and all of that. Then, while I was doing that, I then saw a space in his place that was idle, not being used for anything. Then I told him, I said, bro, I would love to convert that place to a clinic, for a gynecology clinic, because I really, number one, when my patients come to see me at this place, because of space rental, the way it works is that when you use the space, you pay the practice for the use of space. I said, why do I have to do that? Let me convert this space to like a gynae clinic. Your own patients are coming through whatever means, HMO and all of that, you can send them to me. My own patients are coming. But that is how I was able to start my clinic.
So that was the clinic you then started?
Yes. That now moved to Saba.
So that's small space.
Yeah, that's where everything started. Now, if he had called me in 2021 and I said, oh, but then what even made me call him was that he had seen I was doing that with the Yaba practice. I'd gone to Aggregate at some point to go and run a hospital for someone who bought a hospital that he bought from a doctor who was retiring and was looking for a doctor to help him run it. And he then saw that I was doing a lot of things. I said, guy, come and help me see what it is. And we didn't need to talk money, all of those kind of things. We just said, okay, this is how we're going to go about managing it. And with God's help, we were able to ensure that his own practice continued, his own hospital continued. I was able to start my own clinic. And right now, we've left the space, and another person
and the hospital is still running.
I still go back to his place to see gynae patients for him. Right? I still run the gynae clinic in the place and all that. I'm saying that to mean that in medicine, particularly in Nigeria, where we have our resources are not a lot. And you see what Dr. Alabi is also doing with Granville as well. if he could have easily said, "Oh, I want to set up my own thing" and all of that, but being in that practice or in that hospital has also increased the possibilities in that hospital. So collaboration, working together, understanding that is going to be good for you doesn't mean that it will be bad for somebody else. Which was what a lot of our own senior colleagues or the very, very senior ones didn't understand. The sky is wide enough for everyone.
And we've not even started.
Exactly. We are not even doing a lot. I told you now before they started this program that one day I drove on that coastal road and I was just seeing possibilities. If you drive throughout the length of coastal road with 10 hospitals, 10 big sites, they are not enough to take care of the people in that area. I mean, 10 massive hospitals. The kind of thing that's going to happen in that stretch, in the next 5
years. Exactly. That will benefit.
My point is, we all don't need to repeat investment. So on the clinical end of our work, I have people on my team who are also consultant colleagues who come in to work in my practice, who probably have better stretch of skills than myself, who over the years we have worked together and we collaborate very efficiently. They don't have their own space yet. They use my space to come and consult. When I want to do surgeries that are pretty difficult and I need somebody to come in to join me, they do all of that. And it's been, and we there's no hanky-panky trying to hide things from anybody. Nobody is trying to. So, like I said, it also starts from character. What kind of person are you? Are you a good human being?
Will they collaborate with you peacefully and profitably?
Exactly.
Because you collaborate with some people now. You be calculating and you be wondering, this my money, when is it coming?
Exactly. So those things matter. They are not specific to profession.
No.
It is, can we find all of these attributes? If you find those attributes in a mechanic, it will be a profitable mechanic.
When some people say, "Oh, okay, so since your mom and dad borrowed you money, so that's like your inheritance," I'm like, excuse you. Excuse me. You know, I'm like, okay, so you didn't hear the word borrow.
Exactly.
They didn't dash me the money. If they had money to dash me, they would dash me.
Exactly.
This is their own pension.
Exactly.
They're retired.
Yeah.
So if they borrow me money, it is of the essence.
Yeah, that you pay back.
That I do not default.
Yeah, exactly.
By any chance whatsoever. And so, you see people so entitled.
Yeah.
They feel like, oh, you owe them something. No, they don't owe me anything. No, they've given me my education.
Yes.
That's all they owed me.
Yes.
Anything they're giving me now, it is out of their goodwill.
Yeah.
And so I must reciprocate it.
Exactly.
And so that's why you see people, you borrow somebody money, then you start calling them, chasing them and they renegade on their promises. These are things that will not allow you to be a stand-up person.
Yes.
This is something that when somebody has seen, they trust you with something small, you can't follow through. Why would anybody trust you with something more?
Yeah. I also must say that for doctors, there's this, the word I like to use is exaggeration of technical skill. It's good to be a very good doctor. It's good to be a very sound doctor. And I'm not trying to play down on knowing medicine properly. But know that knowing medicine properly would only work in a system that allows you that makes you practice good medicine.
Yes.
So some doctors, when they feel that they are good, they think that that's all that matters. I'm sorry, that's not all.
No, not at all.
No, that's not all. It's
so much more.
You are only as good as you're
only as strong as your weakest link.
Exactly. So yeah, learn the art of medicine or learn the science of medicine, but learn the art of it.
Yes.
Learn the fact that you only as good as what you do and what other people who work with you can.
Absolutely. So if, for instance, I see a patient now, we've talked, we've concluded, oh, this is the treatment you need, this is everything. And then, okay, you're in my facility. I'm going home, right?
Yeah.
And my nurses start acting silly.
Yeah.
Or my medical officer starts, or the lab person.
Yes.
Or the cleaner.
Yeah.
Or the person who's serving food doesn't do what they're supposed to do.
Exactly.
Then whatever I've done is a waste.
I say in my practice that before a patient gets to even experience me, has experienced many other people before they see me.
Yes.
And after they see me, they will experience many other people after me.
Yes.
So if I'm not going to build capacity in all of those people, I'm wasting my time.
Yes.
Right? I would also say that doctors need to learn how to work hard smartly.
Work smart.
Work hard smartly. Doctors work hard. Doctors work hard. So the profession makes you work hard. Today, after this podcast, I have about maybe 3 more surgeries to do today. So, and because there's a lack in the system, if you are good at what you're doing, you will do
There's
more.
more to do.
But question is, are you only expending physical energy and not creating time for mental? We call it, my consultants in the Caribbean will call it mental masturbation. That is, are you only doing a lot of physical work and not spending time to think? There's a part of the Bible that talks about God will grant to you all you ask and think about. So, asking is one thing, which is a prayer.
Beyond what you ask or
think about.
Yes.
So, you see a lot of doctors, oh, there's this patient I want to go and see. They're consulting out of 10 hospitals. Yeah, that's okay. Nobody says you should not consult. But by the time you've done all those consultations around, you get home, you're tired. You can't even think.
And you see that thinking.
It is a big part of the job.
I think it's the most important.
Yes, very important. And that's why you will see that most people who are doing a lot of stuff. When I was in your office, I saw the books you were reading. And I'm like, there's no way you're consuming this kind of book. And they're not medical books, by the way, that your mind will not blow up. If you come to my office as well, you see those books. Those things are the ones that feed your mind, that makes... When I start my day, I usually will start my day 4:30, 5 o'clock every day. And I spend the first 1 hour, 2 hours doing what they call a mind search, thinking, praying, or anything that has to do with all of that. And then I start my day. That's when I now start doing the physical work. The physical work runs through to another, but by the time I get home at night around 8 and 9, I'm tired.
Yes.
So working hard smartly means that you are going to work hard. That one is given.
Yes.
The question is, are you going to be smart about the kind of work you're doing? Right? There's one mammectomy here. There's one CS here. You're talking about ONG.
Yes.
You've done 15 surgeries in a week. You are happy about your technical skills. Technical skills has its limit.
Yes.
Before you, there were people that were doing it.
After you, there are many
people that are coming to do it.
But what impact have you left?
Exactly. What impact have you left? What systems have you built to ensure that even when you stop being the active one, your years of work can keep
that business
paying up?
Running.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think about building beyond you?
Yeah.
Because honestly, that is one of the most...
I would love to talk about that because I started that very early. That's a rider for what I'm talking about. So, every time I tell people that Sawa is going to have 5 branches, 6 branches. I'm not saying that because we even have the resources. It's because deliberately from day one, I'm very invested in ensuring that everybody who is connected to me one way or the other is growing by themselves. So on my team, as I speak to you today, aside from me, so what I met in the industry is, if you are running the hospital or working in the hospital, you are meant to be the main person in that place so that everybody comes to you, which is okay.
Is it?
No, it's okay. That's his own, because people are saying, I don't want to, the patients want to see you. It's okay. And I said still, but there's a higher level. The higher level is the fact that it is a system that runs it. So somebody did an acronym of system, say saving yourself. So SYSTEM, saving yourself time, energy, and money. Saving yourself time, energy, and money. And he said that once you start taking a lift off like this, your struggle days, only you will be involved.
Yes.
But once you start taking a lift off, start getting people who are smarter, sharper than you to start benefiting from what you have created.
Yes.
When I was in the Caribbean, I learned something by one Dr. Claxton. Dr. Claxton used to be one of the foremost obstetricians gynecologists in the Caribbean at the time. And he was teaching us about the Jewish phenomenon of building businesses. And he said that in the Jewish setting, I've not confirmed this, but that's what he told us then, that when a chairman or a very experienced person starts a business, he starts a business, goes through the early days, rough parts of the business, and at some point, he brings in a younger person.
Okay.
He trains that person on how to run the business for a while, to a point, and then he leaves that business
For that person.
to run, and then goes to a new environment
Sets up another
to start up another one.
Mm.
Because he is the boss, he is the one that knows how to do these things.
Yes.
It's easier for him. He has a name, he has a traction. So he will not send the new person to the new place. He will go to the new place by himself.
Set it up
again.
Put somebody in charge again.
When you build capacity or build manpower that way,
yes,
in 10 years' time, you have men. They say men mount. You have people, but in the early days, when you start doing that, you're going to lose money. Currently, as I speak to you, I have a senior registrar on my team. I have a registrar on my team. My medical officers, I'm pushing them to say, you know what, you guys can't be medical officers, go and write primaries. I'm paying for primaries for them. Because I keep telling them, you're a medical officer today, you're more valuable to me as a senior registrar in psychiatry or a senior registrar in hematology or in medicine. Because in the next 5 years, this practice that you're working in will require consultant review. I want to be able to call you, not that I'll keep you here as a medical officer and you'll be seeing malaria and UTI for me. Because there's somebody who is in medical school now who wants this opportunity in 3 years' time.
And they'll get it.
Yes. Because if you even stay in my team for too long and you're not growing, the problem with that is that you start asking me for money I cannot pay you.
Yeah, what's the value for the money?
Exactly.
What value
so you will tell me that you have spent...
Because you have spent time.
Because you have spent time, which is okay.
It's
no way.
I'm telling you, it's okay to spend time.
Yeah.
Spend time doing what?
Exactly.
You must grow. Even what is in the Bible? The one that they gave one and sat down with the one. They collected the one from him and gave it to somebody else. The one that was... You have to grow. You cannot sit down there.
So what I would say about growing beyond you or building beyond you is that succession is not at the time of retirement.
Not at all.
No.
It starts from now.
You start from the day you start that business to know that you've only come this far to go so far. You have only come this far to go so far. And you're not going, you don't have the capacity to go alone.
Yes. By
yourself. For some of us, we're just founders, to be honest. Founders, you have the raw skill and the ability to start something and see it start. For some people, they are builders. Yes. They are the ones that are going to take you from where you started from and push it. The Yaba practice right now, my SR and registrar runs the place. When I see their list of patients that they see in a day, I cannot sit down and see those number of patients. Imagine you running a clinic and seeing almost 20-something patients. I never used to see those numbers. But I grew that practice to that point where
they're taking over.
They're taking over. These days I walk into the practice and I ask them, I see patients, because it was the time that I used to be the one to see all the gynae patients. So every patient knows me, Dr. Afolabi. Now they want, when I walk in, I say, do you know me? They say, no, we don't know you. Dr. Luwale is our gynecologist. I'm so proud. I'm so proud because between the time I left that practice, I've built two more. I mean, I've left that. And more. So if I really need to scale, I really need to understand that some of the things we are building today is for a guy who is in 200 level. Building beyond you is a first day work. Of course, you can't start doing some things, but you must know that from the first profit you're getting, from the first traction you're getting, and then it's a function of vision.
Yes. It's
a function of vision. How far is this thing all about just feeding you and feeding your family and buying you? You will do all of that.
You will do those
but
things.
If it is about longevity, if it's about legacy. When we were going to drop the vision for Saba Multi-Specialist Hospital, I told myself that I will be involved in the first 30 years. So we have a 30-year plan and we have a beyond 30 years plan. This is, I have a document that says first 30 years. And guess what? When we were drawing up that document for what we can see now, everything in the first 30 years is foundational. So what it's looking like is that by the end of 30 years from now, I'm 70.
That's already old.
So the benefit of that work is after 70. I'm telling you, because what I've seen is the fact that because look at
Isn't that too far?
So I'm saying that I gave 30 years because I felt that, okay, active years of work for me as a consultant or as a doctor is foundational. Doesn't mean that we're not going to scale beyond. I mean, there's a first 30-year phase of the business, which is scaling, building, and all of that. Then there's the next 30 years. But let me shock you. You know this Star Christian Center? That church is 30 years old.
And it was started by
Sam Ademi, in 95. So, and the guy, he keeps talking about the fact that the church is about to enter into a new era. So when is it too far? It's not too far. It's how long you're looking at it. So it's very possible that
he started earlier.
It started at 28, yes. But what I'm saying is, you would, not that you're not going to benefit from it.
You will.
You will. It's just that the real performance, the real productivity is after you
leave it. So, but that means that you must have put in structures that will make that
happen.
Yes.
So if you're saying 30 years, there are people who today have not been born.
Yes, no. That will be the ones to take it there.
So I had an experience in 2021 that was very sad. Very sad. In 2020, 2021, we had a businessman had bought a hospital in Agege, owned by a very senior doctor who was in his late 60s, 70s, who COVID affected his practice and was getting tired, patients load. The man had built a 4 beautifully built hospital, and I heard that 4 floors.
Stories. Wow.
Very good words and all of that. And so the businessman approached my consulting firm to come and help him run the clinical arm of the business. But we didn't have we didn't even know about the deal, so we didn't have the money to do the investment. But when I spoke with the doctor, senior doctor, was telling me about how the practice used to be in his active days. One of my colleagues, who was a senior registrar at the time, was telling me that they gave birth to her in that hospital. It used to be the hospital to go to. There was not a hospital that was desolate, struggling to survive. And I was like, this can happen to anybody who is not thinking beyond
himself.
Feed myself. And I'm not trying to, because if you listen to I'm not trying, it's just the fact that if you are not thinking long term,
it will die with you now.
It will just die with you. It's never going to keep going like this.
Because you are the lifeline.
Exactly.
You cannot remain the lifeline. When I went for the positioning for profit conference that was just held, and it was just random that made me go, and I mean it was such an eye opener. And Mrs. Tara Afolabi talked about how she stepped down. I mean, this is a business that's 27 years old now, and now she's no more even within the helms of the affairs. But you know the kinds of structures that she left in that place. It's to the point that this one, and I don't even know whether I'm ever going to get to that point, was when she had bought a property in her name, but through the company. But the property was in her name. And her accounts team sat her down and said, why is the property in your name? She said that because I bought it, it's my company, right? And I wanted this one to be in my name. They said, but that's not what is in the policy documents. You have said that anything that is bought through House of Tara will be under House of Tara. And they said, well, it's your policy. She had to change it though.
Wow.
So she had to change that thing to House of Tara.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay.
Wow.
But she said yes, that she put those policies in place. And so, but if she didn't do that, everybody knew that she wasn't serious. That she was just talking. And I mean, she would earn a salary as well. She would also call the accountant to say, why is my salary late? The same way every other person would call. And she had left it to that point that she was able to hand it over to another MD. And the thing would still run the way it would run with all the shops all over the country. Wow. And I'm like, that's
a lot. But then these are things we need to learn as well.
Yes, because how else do you want to really put structure and make sure that when you leave, it will still run? When you die, it will still run. Because it's great to do all the things we're doing now, but how do we make sure? And that, I think, is the work.
So I would say that there are also phases to this.
Yes.
So that we don't put ourselves under pressure.
It's another context. I mean, in my mind, I'm like, I know I'm not there, and I'm not going to be there anytime soon.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
but you must know.
Makes you think.
Yeah, exactly. So you must know what is proper.
Yes.
And there are phases to it. For me, I'll talk more about the technical phase, which is the phase, and for doctors, which is that thing that we always think that, except I do it, no other person can do it. I mean, the technical work, the work of being a doctor. See, there are many people coming, they are better than you. Forget. They are going to have better technology. They are going to have things that they can do that you cannot do.
Better.
The administrative bit of it, I think what we should learn is the fact that, number one, if we don't know, we should get knowledge.
Yes.
Which is like what you've done. And as we start scaling as business people, we need to start bringing people who are skilled to teach us what you don't know. My mentor mentioned somewhere, he went to do one training. He did this association of Guild of Medical Directors called him to come and give a talk. And he said at some point, because now runs 5 hospitals, the practice needed to grow beyond him. He's in his 60s now, but you can't know. We see him, you know that he looks very...
taking care of himself.
Yeah. But then he said he needed to now start bringing people into the organization who would teach him things that he didn't know. To scale. And to be able to sustain.
That's what she also did. She then brought HR guys from PwC.
Yeah.
And they were ready to work.
Yes.
Because we were like, okay, for how do we want... But they saw the numbers and they were, we will come and work with you. And they were the ones that now helped her to organize it to that point. And
he said he brought in board of the advisors. People came in. Of course, they had done the
basic work.
They done the work now.
Yes.
Also, I think one to also know the timing of these things.
Yes.
If you're just starting out and you need to put doing that work, there's a phase to each part. But you must know that this is very important, particularly when you are building something. Look at what you just said about the testimony of my brother-in-law who came to Next Hematology. And see, do you know many other people, thousands of people, will be able to benefit from that in 40 years' time, in 30 years' time, when you cannot even
when I'm not there
available. But if you don't think about it, what will happen is by the time you leave the practice actively and all of that, they say one machine has spoiled, all those kind of things. And before you know it, there used to be one good hospital.
Wouldn't that be a shame?
That's it. It's not even...
So it's from now that we have to start learning how to do it.
Exactly. Yes. And like I told you when we spoke about what you're doing, we need to form something, a group of doctors, a group of people who are progressive, who are thinking alike, to see how we can rub off on each other on the things you are learning, the things you are knowing that helps. There are associations already, but it's just that those associations are probably corrupt. They probably have older people that they will not be able to think the way you're thinking. But we need to start looking at possibilities of saying, like I told you, Dr. Labi, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. And I can't even think of what is going to come up. After this,
still doing more.
I don't even know what's going to come up with again. But I knew about him in 2008.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a 4th-year medical student. He was a house officer.
And even then, he stood out.
He was already doing some hustle. He was already doing some things. So it's not strange that almost 20 years later, he's telling me. It's not strange. And to be honest, I really don't even know what's going to come up with next.
Yes, no.
So when people are saying that, there's one guy doing, I say that guy. I know him.
Do you know him?
I know him.
Somebody even said, I'm surprised that is your friend. I said, who else will be my friend? Which kind of people do you think are my friends?
Exactly.
That if he's not my friend, that would be very sad.
So what we're discussing today, particularly when it comes to practicing in Nigeria, because we have to code it down.
Yes.
And again, also for some of our guys who are abroad, who are seeing things happening here, don't underestimate what is possible in Nigeria. You will be shocked. Fine, we might not have all the resources, but people are doing excellent work here.
Amazing stuff.
Excellent work. I had to do a surgery in another practice, Primrose. I mentioned their name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in
Dr. Taiwo, our orthopedic surgeon.
Yeah, okay.
Works there. Yeah, he was supposed to be. He's going to be coming there as well.
Yes, Dr. Igero. And I got into the theater. I went to the endoscopy. So I was so wowed by what I saw in the theater. Like even me, I took inspiration. And these are guys that Dr. Igero, I've known him about 8 years ago when I showed him the video of Sir, because he's not been there, I was like, wow. You get it? So those things, we need to now find a way to say,
come together.
Guys, this is how. So for people who have been in practice 10 years, 15 years, who said, these are the bottlenecks I experienced. What will happen for the guys who are coming behind is that they will not have those experiences.
They won't have to experience those.
Exactly.
It makes it easier for them as well.
Yeah.
And then, apart from us doing this for each other, I think it's now so important to set up a proper institution of mentorship.
Yeah, exactly.
For the younger guys who are interested in getting into practice, private practice in Nigeria. Those ones who, go outside the country, get the skill, come and domesticate it.
Exactly.
Are you interested in doing that? Okay, what do you need? What exactly do you need? Is it the funds? Is it the guidance?
Yeah.
Is it, how can we truly make it such that people see the hope, but can also be part of that story?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, just like we've said, some people have to take it over.
Exactly.
So, and these guys have to just see that, you're welcome with open arms. We are ready to mentor you and show you the way.
I also must mention the public sector because I also still play there.
Yeah.
And while I understand everybody's position about the public space, the truth about it is that the public space is still the one that produces the doctors that we have in the private space.
Yes.
And we all owe a sense of responsibility to the places where at least we even got foundational knowledge.
Yes. And solid foundational knowledge.
Solid foundational knowledge. So we need to also have, as we have excellent doctors doing things privately, we need to find a way. There are some of our colleagues that are not cut out for this
entrepreneurship.
This madness. But those our colleagues also have a role to play
within
in
the
research,
government institutions, teaching,
in training, in
catering to those that can
modeling. Exactly. So that reach must
enter that
space, because the quality of, an example, if you go to anywhere in the world and you go and learn a skill, particularly surgical skills, it's easier to do more cases in the government setting than in the private setting.
But what if they don't have those machines or they don't make them work?
What has also happened is this. See, again, like give an example. I'll mention the Lagos Island Maternity Hospital. What has happened of recent or lately is that we now have people who are more pragmatic as administrators, who are willing to listen, who are saying that, guys, come, let's see what we can do.
How do we make this thing work?
Do you understand?
Yes.
Our current MD is doing so fantastic. He's doing so fantastic. He's willing to talk about minimal access surgery. Willing to say,
have you started doing them there?
So what initially happened was that we had a consultant who went for the training, bought all the equipment, and brings his own stuff to come and operate on the patient. That wasn't too sustainable because but now he's saying, what can we do?
How can we
make it work?
Sustainable.
Yes. So now some conversations would start now and manifest in 3 years.
Yes.
Some conversations will start and manifest immediately. The question is, when it manifests, does not really matter. The most important thing is that it happens. And which is also why we're having this podcast. This podcast is going to be everywhere. Somebody might stumble on this thing 5 years from now.
Yes. And
that might just trigger something in him. And also, for the guys in the public space, I think what we need to do is, when we have the opportunity, particularly people who are doing well privately, drop seeds, ginger somebody. I have a colleague who is very interested in minimal access surgery. He's a you can see it's very fantastic surgeon.
With his hands.
With his hands, you can see it. But I know that it might take him a lot more to be able to afford going for a training abroad. And I was able to get an endo trainer, and I'm giving it out to him.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then, of course, he can come to your
practice and do it. I'm telling him. And every time I have any endoscopic surgeries now, I'm telling him, bro, I'm having this. I'm almost suspecting that when that guy gets the skill, it will be way better than me. I know. Because I can. The day he handled my stethoscope, the way he held my stethoscope, I said, even my mom had a stethoscope like that before.
Wow.
You could see it that this is a natural. He might not have the resources, but so we can't. The collaboration must be holistic.
Yes.
You must be able to say, you know what, in my own space, I will find a way. to impact both where I practice. It might be tough, of course, because we understand the bureaucracy that happens in the government space. But when you have the opportunity, the guys that come to consult for you, just chat them, ask, what are you doing? What else can we do?
Yes.
What else can we do beyond this?
Yes.
If you had the resources,
yes.
what are the things you can add to this thing?
Yes.
The guy will mention it to you, and by the time he even tells you how much he's going to spend to do it. There's a colleague that I know that Dr. Labi is doing so much to help him improve on a space that he could have ordered himself. If Dr. Labi watches this podcast, he will know what I'm talking about. Because that colleague mentioned to him how much investment he is giving to that colleague who is in the same space to grow that skill. Those are the kind of things.
You know, when I see Dr. Labi travel to different states of the country to go and teach them.
Yeah.
I see a selfless
That's the thing. And guess what? He will not, that's the thing. The waters, that stream that keeps watering cannot dry.
It can never dry. Never.
So, but if we have this whole mindset of, it's for me, guy, you're not ready.
You will die and leave it.
You are not even ready. You are not even ready because you cannot treat everybody.
How now?
And if you can treat everybody, what will happen is that the day they will come to your hospital and the whole place is filled up and you don't have bed space, they will go to somebody else.
And whatever.
And when they go to somebody else, that's the day that stream stops coming to you.
Yeah.
But when you train other people, it's better for the system. So this conversation is about the system. It's about Nigeria. And if we keep doing this, 10, 15 years from now, we won't be where we are currently.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ajelabi.
We spent a lot of time talking.
Yeah, and I think it's been an awesome conversation.
Yeah.
And to grow from this and there's a lot that we have said that are seeds that have been planted and it's for us to water.
Yes, please.
And let them become a forest.
Yes.
That lives way beyond us.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for your time. Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here. Thank you. And thank you for this fantastic idea. And thanks for investing so much in it. We will take it beyond talk. Yes. We'll take it into practice, actions.
Practicability.
Up next on Thriving Naija Medics.
Welcome from Confidence.
Thank you so much. A big pleasure to be here.
How are you?
I'm very well. I'm thriving. As I should be.
Awesome. Very happy to hear that.
Pleasure is all mine.
From Confidence and we met this barely a year now. Thereabouts. But it was what struck me the most was when somebody is looking for something and they will get it by hook or by crook.